You are not the star of the show. You're the deuteragonist. Now, the deuteragonist is the friend of the protagonist. They're the one that helps them and supports them, lifts them up, and gives them a different way of thinking. That is your role. With a call, you have around 3 to 5 seconds to grab interest of your prospect or the person you're calling. And that's why an opener is so important. And you'll hear a lot of debate about how you should open calls, whether you should use sort of the can I steal 30 seconds approach, or introduce yourself and tell them why you're calling straight off the bat, or lead with an objection and overcome that objection before they've even brought up the objection. Personally, I'm not too fussed about how you do the call. It's all about your style, how you feel comfortable. Because I've tried doing call styles which weren't my style, didn't really fit me, and it was awful, and I hated it. It didn't work, and I didn't really want to make any phone calls because I just didn't like it. So find a style that works for you and that you're happy with, and do that. What I would say about openers, though, is the key to the opener is to remember that you are not the protagonist in this call. You are not the star of the show. You're the deuteragonist. Now, the deuteragonist is the friend of the protagonist. They're the one that helps them and supports them, lifts them up, and gives them a different way of thinking. That is your role, right? Your role as a consultant is to do that, to help them with their challenges, make them think in a slightly different way, and open up their eyes to different options that they have. So make the call about them. Make the opener about them, not about you. So if you're calling and saying, "Oh, I'm a recruitment consultant. I've got thousands of people in my database. I've worked in this industry for 20 years. I'm the best thing since sliced bread," they don't care. But if you're opening the call, talking about challenges that they might have and how you can overcome them, or they can overcome them with a few different options, that's a bit more of an interest to them. So any opener that you do, try to work out how you can twist it and shape it and change it and mold it into something specific to them. So previously I was talking about chunking your calls together and having objectives that are the same. So this is kind of the same with the openers. You can have a generic form of opener, but tweak it slightly, make it a bit more specific to each person that you're calling. So you may have one of these steal a 30-second openers, but just tweak it slightly, change the challenges that they might face specific to that person, because they might be a smaller company as opposed to the last company you called, which is a huge company. And they're going to have different perspectives on the industry. They're going to have different challenges. They're going to have different resources. So tweak the challenges slightly, tweak the opener slightly, just so it's more specific and not as general, because that's going to grab their attention a little bit more. That 3 to 4 to 5 seconds that you have to grab their attention is going to get you to the next 30 seconds, which is the pitch, to really then open up the conversation. So every single milestone of the call is to try and get you to the next stage of the call. So you've got 3 seconds to 5 seconds to really put across why they should give you 30 seconds, right? What is it about this call that is specific to them that's going to interest them? Then in that next 30 seconds, that's where we're going to start talking about why there's a real benefit to actually continuing the conversation, or moving the process forward, or having a meeting, or whatever it is you want to get out of that call, right? So don't go in with the first couple of seconds, sell, 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 because they are not ready. The first few seconds is to set up the next 30 seconds. And the next 30 seconds is to set up moving the process along. So remember, you are not the protagonist, you're the deuteragonist. You're there to help and support them through their challenges and their story, and open up their eyes to different perspectives and different realities, and create a more specific opener than you would with your objectives. That's the key to kind of getting conversations going, sparking interest in that opener, and having some success and not just getting shut down straight away.